Okay. So one of the strangest controversies happened on Twitter this week. Or not just Twitter, just all over the internet. Okay. If you are a movie enthusiast, you like to watch a lot of movies and things like that, but you hate wasting your time and you've lost faith in the mainstream media, you've probably heard of this YouTuber before. Okay. His name is Jeremy Johns. He makes his hay reviewing movies. Okay. If you look at his channel on YouTube, he has 2 million subscribers. I would say that it takes a lot of credibility, built up equity, and trust for you to build up that kind of audience. And so this past week, he happened to do something unspeakable, guys. He reviewed a movie. In this particular case, the comedy / documentary Am I Racist by conservative commentator Matt Walsh. So first, before we even get into this thing, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the trailer for Am I Racist and figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine?
Let's be clear what's happening in this country. It's Nazism. Republicans are Nazis. You.
Okay, so before we can even get started with the rest of the trailer, obviously, this is a very politically driven film. It's Matt Walsh, for crying out loud. And some of the things that are going to be said in this movie and this trailer, quite frankly, are going to be very controversial, very stupid. I think, if you've ever seen anything from Matt Walsh, if you've seen What Is a Woman, you know that he's going to be making fun. He's going to be trolling. He's going to be doing all of these things. And let's just continue to take a look.
I never thought much about race. Sure, you noticed, but it never really seemed to matter that much. At least not to me.
Being a white, straight, cisgender man, it's the top of the pile.
I'm on the top of the pile. That's me. Am I racist?
I would really appreciate it if you left.
I'm trying to learn. I'm on this journey.
Can you please leave?
If I'm going to sort this out, I need to go deeper undercover. If I want to be an ally, I need to look like one.
For what it's worth, I think Matt Walsh is actually pretty fucking funny, okay? As a black person myself. But no, really though. I think Matt Walsh is pretty funny. I've seen What Is a Woman. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was done pretty well. And I do plan on watching this, I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater and watch it, but I will be watching this. But what's more important here is for you guys to consider the nature of the entertainment industry that we live in today. The activists have taken over the industry in a way that's not only destroying the industry, but it's preventing people from doing what they love to do, which is create good content for their audience to be able to enjoy. And Jeremy Johns is the latest individual to suffer from this reality, okay? Jeremy Johns did exactly what he normally does, which is review movies, guys. That's what he does. And he doesn't really care about whether, what political, think about it. If you are a Jeremy Johns fan in the comments, please let me know what his politics is. Maybe you feel like he's conservative. Maybe you feel like he's liberal. I always seen the guy as kind of maybe a little bit leaning left. I don't know, just based on some comments. Let's take a look at some of the things that he said in his review and find out if we can find anything controversial.
I'm going to be 100%. There was a part of me that was like, maybe I should just skip this one. Just move on to next week's videos, call this weekend good, and have that be that. But the fact that that entered my mind is kind of one of the points this movie makes. So at that point, I really felt I should talk about it. So here we go.
So right out of the gate from his interview, the first thing he says is he thought about skipping this film. And the reason why he thought about skipping this film was because of the political nature of the film. Okay. Obviously, this is a more right-wing leaning commentator who's making a film making fun of left-wing opinions and people. And so in his mind, he's thinking, probably it's not going to be popular to review this thing. But the very thing that this film is challenging is that thought process. And so pretty much Jeremy said, you know what, fuck it, I'm up for the challenge, and I respect that. So let's continue.
There are some scenarios in this movie where it feels like he is just trolling. Like that group of ladies at their sit-down dinner and he's being a clumsy waiter dropping plates awkwardly. It's trolling for the sake of humor, which is funny in its own right, but there were other scenarios in the movie that gave me more to chew on, that asked more of the questions, that were more constructed to catch the interviewees on their contradictions or doublespeak, and that, to me, just has a bit more going on there.
Okay, nothing there too controversial. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about how Matt Walsh is using humor and basically a lot of double looping to trying to catch the target demographic there in their hypocrisies. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too controversial there. Let's continue to read.
You know, because he's still in character. He's like, what are you doing to decenter your whiteness? He's never thought about that in his life. I mean, it's funny, but it also is a perspective of not everyone thinks like that. In fact, better said, most people don't think like that. That's kind of the point. Most people, black, white, Asian, Mexican, doesn't matter. When they wake up, they're not like, how can I keep race in the forefront of my mind today? But it feels...
Oh, Jeremy, that's where you fucked up. Let me tell you, Jeremy, you have to understand, this is 2024. And on the left, race is always at the forefront of your mind. I talk about it all the time. There's black people around me every single day of the week who snort the melanin off their skin. They wake up and... Oh,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Like they literally every single day of the week, they're thinking about how their skin color affects their day. Like if they wake up and they run out of toothpaste, it's racist, okay? If they wake up and holy shit, somebody just towed my car because I'm black, okay? They leave their job and no, they're on their way to their job and there's traffic. Oh my God, this traffic is clearly racist. It only happens to black people. I'm telling you, that's where you fucked up, Jeremy. Let's continue to listen.
Media want people to want to, but it is a comedy, and a comedy has a job to do. That job, make the audience laugh. And it made me laugh. Sometimes it was a chuckle, sometimes I laughed out loud. But it is at least clever enough or unique enough in its execution in the way Matt Walsh is disguised as an ally with the people he's talking to. It's a calmer execution than the more angry YouTube videos you might have seen on such subject matter. And I thought interesting questions or counterexamples worth asking or presenting were presented. Are these experts with their workshops and their books really trying to heal the world, make it a better place? Or are they perpetuating the problem, keeping it around because they found something to monetize?
Yeah, you fucked up even more, Jeremy. You decided that you actually enjoyed a film made by a conservative commentator. You fucking Nazi bigot, you. You deserve the gulag, the guillotine, all of the negative stuff, okay? Nah, shut up. Everybody just shut the fuck up. So obviously there was a huge meltdown regarding Jeremy Jahns because people saw Jeremy as this, I guess they saw him as a left-wing weapon. I don't know. He was just a guy who does his job, and that's what he's doing here. He's reviewing content regardless of what political ideology it takes, and that's what the fuck a journalist used to do before there became benefits for staying on one side of the political pile, okay? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't believe me when I say there was an obvious meltdown on the internet, let's take a look at it, okay? Okay, so the first tweet we can look at right here is this person says, mainstream criticism is in dire straits, but most critics can still recognize dog whistle tripe when they see it. Also, Jeremy Jahns hasn't leveled up his film analysis in almost 2 decades. What the fuck does that even mean? It hasn't leveled up his film analysis. Are you insinuating that the standards upon what makes a good film and a bad film has changed over a decade? What is that criteria? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if the guy tells me it's a good film and I trust his analysis and I go and see that film and it's a good film, here's another tweet by Mikey Malone where they have a picture of Jeremy in blackface where he was doing something for one of his reviews. And it says, let me save y'all some time. Yes, he is, ... basically saying he's racist. No, he's not racist, okay? He did a costume design probably well before it was like understood in this day and time through the internet that, you know, probably coloring your face dark skin isn't a good idea. Now, granted, I don't take offense to it. I didn't take offense to it when Robert Downey Jr. did it, and I don't take offense to it when nobody does it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like I said, there's some people who wake up every day and snort the melanin off their skin. That's not me. Okay, I don't fucking care. All right, let's continue. Here's another person saying Jeremy Jahns is washed. Oh, okay. Well, let's go and look at his channel and see how washed Jeremy. All right, so we got a man here with 2 million subscribers. Okay, his last review was a day ago. It did 150,000 views. Transformers 1, 317,000. Hell, Am I Racist itself did almost 800,000. Beetlejuice itself did 450,000. Borderlands did 650,000. Alien Romulus did almost 800,000. Trap did almost 500,000. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, if that's what you considered washed, nigga, wash me, please. Help me. If that's what you consider to be washed, I'm just saying. But we must call out the other side too. I mean, not really call them out, but just, you know, there's also people defending Jeremy Jahns, saying this person right here says Jeremy Jahns is pissing off all the right people by reviewing Am I Racist? So I like him even more now after this
tranny demons
called him a confirmed racist. Now, do I think Jeremy Jahns is a racist? No. Obviously not. I don't think he's a racist. Maybe he is behind closed doors. I don't know. I think he's just doing his job. I think it's pretty good. I think he does a good job. Now, am I saying I'm the biggest Jeremy Jahns fan? As a matter of fact, I probably don't even watch most of his videos. Most of the time, I'm watching other people that I trust a little bit more than Jeremy Jahns, not because I don't like his content, just because I haven't watched it like that. But trust me, when I'm looking for opinions on a movie, Jeremy Jahns' face always pops up. So shout out to his fan base and everything else. But the point I want to make in this is this should show you where we are in the entertainment industry, okay? These people, okay, whether you consider them left, liberal, whatever the fuck you want to call them, the freak shows, they don't want anybody with any opinion other than theirs to be seen. I think you, regardless of what political side you stand on, should find that very offensive to the American values, regardless of where you stand. Because even if, you know, with me being, you could say that I have a little bit more conservative opinion. And the only reason that's considered conservative nowadays is because common sense has been somehow moved to conservative values, whatever. Anyway, I would never want the other side to be silenced because I want to be able to hear their opinions so that I can know what they're up against and I can know how to combat it. Or sometimes even have my mind changed. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, you should be aware of this, of these people, so that you can make informed decisions on who you're listening to. I'm not telling you to go and listen to Jeremy Jahns, but I'm telling you to understand that people like this, it's not about what's right, okay? They're trying to make you believe it's about what's right, but what it's actually about for them is control. And that's how you lead down a path of tyranny, which we want to vehemently avoid at all, you know, costs. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody colored or gay or trans is in power does not mean they're going to do a better job because they're part of a marginalized community. That ain't, nah. Trust me. Tiffany Henyard would love to have a word with you. So just hold your horses on that thought process. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the griff be with you. Griff.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.